good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run for it with 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Armadillos have moved out in front. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Young. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Young will set to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Young. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Boston's offense ready to go again. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who throw it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Armadillos have yet again retaken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And to give this time to the tailback, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Young on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Gets past one man. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here is Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw, Young. The quick slant caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Austin's offense ready to go again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He's going to try and go deep again. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And now they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So that'll back him up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on, because the sense is that, oh, they go into the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, You've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit better.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now they'll run on the draw. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, here's the option. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.